All right. Hello, trending gist lovers. Welcome back to the channel. Look, we're having a quick one, so I just had to jump in. So don't even mind the look. If I'm not looking all put together, do not mind that. Just pay attention to what we're about to discuss because I wanted to make this. I wanted to run this story. Uh, just make it as one video and put it out, but then the story just kept giving. When it came out the first time, it was almost like, oh my, see, it keeps making boom boom noise. Like, what's that? What's that? Anyway, so I wanted to run this as a story and put it out, but then the story just keeps giving. Should I say it keeps getting better? Although it's a sad one, but there's just many sides, and we hadn't heard from the people that were directly involved. Okay, so who are we talking about? From the profile photo, I guess some of you have a clue already. We're talking about the Nigerian famous singer Burna Boy. Okay, and what happened at the club Cubana, how he was chasing a married woman and the thing escalated, and then his security men had to pull up their guns and start shooting at the people that they were having issues with. So when the news first break out, uh, it was said that Burna Boy's security men shot some persons and they were admitted in the hospital. We didn't get the full gist then. But now, a few days ago, the lady that was involved, the married woman that was involved, had to break her silence, and this is what she had to say. So we're going to go through it. First of all, before we start reading, we're going to read through the blog, Insta blog. So shout out to you, Insta blog. Kudos to you. You're always current. Thank you so much for giving us the news. And small bloggers like us that is just coming up, were able to jump on stories like this, knowing fully well that you always, kudos to you, Insta blog, whoever owns the Insta blog, kudos to you, you're doing a good job. Okay, so after that, let's dive right in. But if you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Octavia Cora, and you're welcome. Feel free to subscribe if you love celebrity gist. Okay, so on this channel, you get the main and current stuff that is happening to your favorite celebrities, trending gist, world news, so on and so forth. We discuss it, okay? For culture, whatever. Anyway, let's dive right in. So from Insta blog, we're reading, this was the first message that I'm reading from my phone, so you see me looking down or to the side, okay? So Insta blog posted, it said, Burna Boy's police escort arrested for shooting a married man who complained after Burna Boy made a pass at his wife. Five policemen attached to Nigerian singer uh, Damini Ogulu, that's his real name, okay, so Damini Ogulu, aka Burna Boy, have been detained by the Lagos Police Command for attempted, sorry, I said attempted, for attempted murder after they shot two phone seekers at a nightclub. The victims were identified as Iregbami Lawrence and Tolu. It was learned that Burna Boy was laughing while the incident occurred and immediately left for Spain. A preliminary report by the Bar Beach Police Division said um, trouble started when, but now, well, they have a lot like blocking out some of the words because of Instagram, so it makes it kind of difficult to. Okay, okay, preliminary report by the Bar Beach Police Division said trouble started when the singer and five police escorts visited the nightclub around 4 a.m. on June 8th. It was learned that about four police waited outside while one of the policemen, identified as Inspector Ibrahim, who was uh, in mufti, okay, so he wasn't even wearing uniform, who was in mufti, accompanied the Grammy Award winning artist into the club. According to the multiple witness statement, the singer was in the VIP section with three women when he spotted another woman. Can you imagine? He was in the VIP section with three women already. Like, man, when do you people get tired? Like, is there a point where you people say, okay, what I have is enough, and let me just focus, concentrate, and work with what I have? Look, he had three women, according to the report, okay, not my words. According to the report, he had three women with him, but he still wanted to add a fourth one, and maybe a fifth one, a sixth one, and a tenth one. Bona, at the hello. Not be you again. Anyways, let's keep on reading because we still have a whole lot. Hence, I decided we're just going to do it as a live stream so we can read all the stuff that is coming out. Because today they are posting something, and tomorrow new update, and new update, and we just if we have to do with video, then it's going to be like part one, part two, part three, part continuation, continuation. So it's just better we sit down in a live stream like this and analyze the story so far that we have, and then if something else comes up, we know that we can always go back and still run another uh, live stream and talk about it. That being said, let's continue. Okay, so we start that he was spotted with four women already, right? I mean three women, yeah, and then yes, he was with three women when he spotted another one. Okay, so let's continue. He was um he was reported to have told Ibrahim to invite the woman to join him. However, the lady's husband was said to have lambasted the singer, insisting that it was disrespectful for any man to make advances on his wife. After some minutes, Burna Boy reportedly made fresh advance at the woman. This infuriated her husband further and his friend, who had gathered at the club. As things were getting heated, Ibrahim brought out his service pistol and shot multiple times while Burna Boy was laughing, said a senior policeman. In the process, Lawrence was shot in his thighs, while his friend Tolu was hit in the head by a bullet, leading to a commotion in the nightclub. Okay, so yes, it is said that the lady's husband, the bullet actually grazed his head. Okay, because for sure, if he was really hit, like maybe by now we'll be saying RIP. So thank God it was not direct shot at his head, but it grazed his head, and the other his friend was shot in the thigh. So all hell just broke loose from there, and it was a big deal. But we didn't hear from them directly, so we didn't hear from Burna Boy's team, and we didn't hear from the married lady that allegedly Burna Boy was making passes at. I have to say allegedly at this point because we still do not know. Okay, and we don't know if they're taking the case to court or whatever the lady is going to do. Okay, so let's just keep on reading. Okay, so let me see. Hmm. Whew, reading this, it's going to be very difficult because it's like it's not in any manner. Okay, so after this was the first story that came out, then a few days ago, or is it today or yesterday, the lady decided to break silence. Okay, the married woman that Burna Boy was allegedly making passes at. I have to keep saying allegedly, I don't want to get sued. Okay, all right, so the lady posted this, and then the blogs carried it. So she said, after taking time out to heal and process the events that occurred between my partner, my best friend, and her husband at, and she tagged him, Burna Boy Gram. That's his Burna Boy, the singer, Burna Boy's name on Instagram. Okay, Burna Boy Gram. And she tagged him at, and then she tagged the nightclub too at Cubana's group. And she said, Cubana Lagos nightclub in Victoria Island, Lagos, because they have the Cubana. It's like it's a big company, big conglomerate. So he has different things the man is doing in different nightclubs. I think he has in Abuja, he has in Lagos, and other parts of the state. So hence she's kind of being specific of which of the nightclub they were in. Okay, so this one was at Victoria Island, Lagos. She said, we were visiting Nigeria from America and London for our childhood friend's wedding on the 8th of June 2022. At Burna Boy and his friends opened fire at us in Cubana nightclub in Lagos. My partner and his friend were shot with both needing urgent medical care. A bullet grazed my partner's head and our friend was shot in the thigh, leaving him hospitalized and needing an emergency surgery in Nigeria. Around 3 a.m., I went to the Cubana club with some of my friends. We were we were there for a couple of hours celebrating the newlyweds. We were about we were about 20 at the club, and we were having a nice time in the VIP section. We were laughing, drinking, and having a good time. Burna Boy and his friends came in. We were still there having fun as the night progressed. One of Burna Boy's friends walked to talk to me. His request was for Burna Boy to talk to me. Okay. On the first attempt, I told him I wasn't interested in talking to Burna Boy and I am married to my partner. He came again the second time and was met with the same response. He came the third time and that caused a few of our friends to flare up as they asked why he kept coming to disturb me. There were words back and forth, and one of Burna Boy's friends attacked one of our friends. And as they attacked him, the situation degenerated into fight, which makes sense, right? As the as the first fight started, the security at Cubana stepped in and were able to calm the situation. As that happened, everybody was slowly going back to their section when two of Burna Boy's friends, another fight started. I guess she missed some words here. I guess two of the friends came back and another fight started. The security at Cubana jumped in again as they were fighting. Burna Boy's friends started what the blood the word started shooting after what looked like a signal from Burna Boy. At this point, the club was in chaos. Everyone was screaming and trying to vacate the premises. Let's keep reading. At this point, I couldn't find my partner or my best friend. I was screaming. I was screaming for help after being lifted and thrown so hard on the floor by one of Bonner's friends, and left shoulders, I hit my left shoulders. All our private police officers were not allowed into the club, so it was left for us to fight for our lives. One of our friends, and she tagged the person, and she said the person at the floor wolf was trying to get Burna Boy to calm the situation, but he only laughed at him and proceeded to get in his car whilst being protected by his security. The shooting happened twice at different times. His friends were also shooting at people trying to evacuate the club through the main entrance. They were they were out to kill and didn't care who got hit. My partner's head was bleeding profusely and his friend lost so much blood. He needed a donor as soon as as soon as he got to the hospital. Okay. All right. And she tagged him at Burna Boy Graham left Cubana nightclub without scratch and flew out to Spain the next morning. Hmm. And here she tagged the owner of the nightclub. His name is Obi Cubana. And she said at Obi Cubana only reached out to us 4 days after the event, claiming he had no idea and would do everything to get us justice for attempted murder. Hmm. Wow. 11 days later, there has been no CCTV footage. Hmm. Is getting deep. Let's get this. Wait. 11 days later, yeah, 11 days later, there has been no CCTV footage released by the club or even a statement to address the incident publicly. Business has carried on as usual for him. Even after leaving the club to safety outside, or at least I thought I was safe, the same man that initially approached me on behalf of Burna Boy saw me and said, "Oh, you are the one that was doing Shakara Abi," then reached into his bottom reached into his bottoms to get something resembling a gun. Luckily, at the point, my friend found me and pulled me away just in time. He retracted and got into a car and left. Wow. Okay, to sum things up, I'm traumatized. I have broken down every day since then. The random flashback and nightmare, especially after seeing at Burna Boy Graham response, the lack of remorse or accountability is beyond me. At least two people could have died that night. Hmm. So this was what the lady had to say concerning the whole stuff. Remember, the first one we read was what I guess people that were there or reports from the police, but this second long write up that we just read was from the woman that is referred to as the married woman that Bonner Boy was allegedly making passes at. That the whole thing uh, turned into a fight and a shootout and all of that. Mm. So after that, one more. We're going to read one more story from someone that the person's handle name is King Kong with two giant gorillas. Now, when I saw this post, even before I read what this person had to say, because the title, what Instablog titled it as "Eyewitness Give Account of What Allegedly Transpired Between the Married Woman and Burna Boy in the Club." When I looked at this person's profile and I first of all saw King Kong and two gorillas in front, I was like, this has to be a Burna Boy die hard fan, because if you know Burna Boy, you know that he's always calling himself like the gorilla King Kong and things like that. He refers to himself as King Kong a whole lot of time. So seeing someone with this type of profile, I feel like this might be either one of his friends, someone close to him, or someone in his team. This is just my own speculation, my own thought. Feel free to draw your own conclusion and leave it in the comment section if you're watching the replay. So this is what the eyewitness tweeted out. Let's read it together. The person said, "What really happened?" I think the person wanted to say what really happened at Club Cubana, but the person said, "What really happened, Club Cubana?" So let's just some of these people they write up. It gets so difficult to read some of these things that people tweet out because the way they word their stuff makes it difficult to read. Anyways, so what really happened at Club Cubana? Okay, let's go. The guy's so-called wife went to snap with Burna Boy in his VVIP top corner, and instead of him to wait till she returned, he went there, violently dragged her out. Then he was resisted for his confrontational approach by Bonner's security. Immediately after things started escalating, Bonner decided to leave with his people, but the same guys carrying foul made advance to attack Bonner. It was the it was the this person is not serious. I think person is writing complete rubbish. It was the that I guess he wanted to say it was at that point, or it was what let's leave it before we bite our tongue. Let's just find a way to word this, okay? Said it was that the policeman attacked Barnaboy shot to dispense them, accidentally hitting two guys. Bonner throughout was just trying to avoid the situation. He was even laughing, like, what the F is this? But this guy wanted more from the whole issue and um made his kind gesture, taking selfie with a perceived fan, escalate so quickly. This person is not making sense at all, but let's keep reading it. the funny thing, the media knows this, but decided to feed Nigerians with the story of Bonner sending someone to call another person's wife. Um, those that knows Bonner know he won't stoop so low when a lot of single girls at the club were trying to take pics with him. This is an eyewitness report. I don't want to bring the influence. Their bracket the guys. This person is out of his mind, writing complete rubbish. Affiliation to another camp of major celebrity has resolved because he apparently didn't send them to be stupid with such privilege. Anyway, the person wasn't making any sense actually, so I don't think there's anything we can do with this. but, but this is what this person had to say. But if you ask me, Ovibondo, you're welcome. We're welcome. Sorry, I had my eyes on the phone, so I didn't see when you came in. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so like I said, this person that called himself, him or her, whatever, an eyewitness, first of all, didn't even make any sense, because if even trying to read what the person is saying is so difficult, and the way the person worded the stuff was, I think it would have been better if the person just wrote the whole thing in pidgin. If person is more comfortable with the pidgin English, just write it in pidgin and people can read it and figure how to translate it to any other language. But this he wrote is complete nonsense. And like I said earlier, I feel like this person, from his profile name, from his username to his profile, like having two gorillas in front and calling himself King Kong, I feel like this has to be someone in Burna Boy's team. If this is just my own opinion, uh, I feel like this has to be someone in Burna Boy's team. And if this person is not someone in Burna Boy's team, then this person has to be a die-hard fan of Burna Boy. And a die-hard fan of any of the celebrities, they can hardly say the truth, even when they know that the person that's the celebrity in question is guilty. But because they love that celebrity, they love the person beyond the fault, beyond anything. Even if that person ends up killing someone, they will try to make up an excuse to justify the killing and all of that. So that's what I see from what this person wrote. But then another thing again that is so ridiculous, that I cannot even believe that someone can even sit down to think of something like this and then put it out there, was from, I don't know what we're going to call her. I think they say she's a public figure, and she's also, I don't know, is she celebrity? She's a public figure. She has a whole lot of following. I've never heard of her before, but when I saw this on Insta blog, I said to go check the person's Instagram handle also before I run the story. Um, yeah, trying to get a normal photo that I can use if I was doing a video here. Trying to get a normal photo that I could use for. Hello, Elegant. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you. We're here dissecting and analyzing these celebrities and all of that, and the drama. Today we're talking about the singer, Burna Boy, and his drama, that is going on right now. He was in a nightclub, and then, you know, people show, allegedly, we don't know because we were not in the nightclub, so we had to say allegedly. He was with three women, but then he now saw another lady that was sitting somewhere a bit far from him. He liked her, so he sent one of his bodyguards or friends or somebody to go over to that table and talk to the lady and bring the lady over, allegedly. Okay, so this is what the lady is explaining. We've not heard from Burna Boy directly at this point. Okay, the Burna Boy's team, they've not released official statement, so we don't know. So when they went to meet the lady said she turned them down and told them that she's married and she's in the club with her husband actually. So the person kept coming, person left and came back second time, and when the person came back the third time was when her husband's friends, or how the friends there, they had gone for a wedding, so they were in group that they went to the club together. According to her, they were like 20. They went for a wedding, and then after the wedding, they wanted to go celebrate party in the nightclub. It was a big boys nightclub, you get. So the singer Burna Boy was also there, and that's how you know, the thing escalated. After the friends that were with her, the guys, they got upset that why is this other guy coming to their table trying to excuse their friend's wife, even though she had said she wasn't interested. So blah blah blah, talking here, talking there. That's how the security, one of the policemen that was attached to the singer, they go out with all this convoy now, security men and police people, all of that guy, making sure that they are okay and all of that. So the guy pulled out a pistol and started shooting. So the lady's husband got a bullet, like he grazed his head, and his friend got one on the thighs. They were both rushed to the hospital and so on and so forth. So people are throwing in their 2 cents and all of that. Thank you very much, Ovi. Thank you very much. So it is kind of, I feel like it's so strange, but there's a lady that posted something that I feel like it's so ridiculous. In my thumbnail, like she's the one in the middle. The person wearing orange shorts is the married lady that allegedly Burna Boy was making passes at. The lady in the middle with the kind of green open this V neck top, it's the one that is making this statement that we're about to read now that I feel it is so ridiculous. I can't. Okay, so this lady's name is Simba Sirotik. These days people just answer very weird names. I don't know. She's a public figure, celebrity. I'm not sure what she does because I'm hearing about her for the first time. But I just feel like her comment was so ridiculous concerning this whole situation. According to her, she was dropping her own 2 cents, of which, okay, something happened. We can all talk about it, but you should at least try to think from what you've seen because at that point, we've not received official statement from both parties. So whatever you have to say, you have to keep it kind of light until both Burna Boy's team or Burna Boy himself, if he can come up. Sometimes he does live videos. So of course, something this serious, I think he should have streamed live to clear his name or say whatever. Or we don't know, But now the lady had come out to say he was making passes at her, and she turned him down, and he escalated, and his police uh, guard shot at her husband and his friend, and they were admitted in the hospital. Luckily, they didn't die, you know. And allegedly, she said someone in his team also picked her up and slammed her on the floor, and she dislocated her shoulders, one of her shoulders, So a whole lot. It was just a hot mess in the club everywhere. It was so chaotic from what she's explaining. So this particular lady that calls herself Simba decided that she wanted to give her own 2 cents. And I want all of us to just listen. And those of you that will watch the replay also, feel free to leave your comments down below. And just for everything you've heard here, we're reading from the blogs. Okay, this is from Insta blog. I've already given them their shout outs. So feel free to comment down below what your own opinions are. Okay, so let's read what the Simba lady thought was reasonable for her to put out concerning the whole situation. So the lady said, I feel sorry for all the victims involved, but let's keep it 100% official. I would keep I would put my last dollar and say that the young lady in question at a point before the altercation might have locked eyes with Burna. Hmm. Because it is just because it's just normal for people in a club once a celebrity comes in to stare in their direction. I believe eyes locked, and in her head she knew for sure. Okay, in her head, she knew for sure there was no way she would interact with Burna because she was there with her partner. But I don't think that stopped her from constantly staring, maybe even seductively in that direction, or using body language to convey some sort of attraction. That's what women do, especially fans. Now, this is what got me best. I was like, what are you talking about? Like elegant say, oh my goodness, it's really oh my goodness, elegant. And this lady coming out to say, oh, that is what women do. So is she saying that all women in the world is the same? Even women that are married, they don't respect themselves when they see celebrities, movie stars, celebrities in general. It could be a singer, it could be a movie star, or anything, that they just start sending seductive message. Like, I don't understand. And this lady she clearly stated that she was in the club with her husband, her friend, her best friend, and her best friend's husband, and other of their friends. So are you saying this lady is going to be looking at a celebrity seductively? And I'm just trying to think in my head. So we've not finished reading it. I just wanted to pause here and then we'll continue. Uh, this lady will be looking at Burna Boy seductively, and I'm thinking, where would her husband be? Like, he didn't notice anything? And is she that stupid? Even if she wants to cheat on her husband with a celebrity, she's going to do it when he was in the club with her right there, and his friends were there, her friends. Like, how can somebody even think of something like this? People got shot for goodness sake, and this is the best you could come up with. Are you trying to justify the whole situation? And in my own opinion, even if that this is what happened, the lady was looking at the same elegance, exactly, right? Even if she was looking, let's just say, let's just go with what this lady is saying, that the married woman was looking at this celebrity seductively. But after she was looking at him seductively, and he sent someone to go call her, and she turned him down and said she wasn't interested because she was with her husband was there, like, I'm here with my partner. According to her, that's what she said. Why didn't they leave her alone, knowing fully well that her husband was also in the nightclub there with her? Even if that man was not her husband, she was sitting on a table with other men. Isn't it disrespectful for you as a man to send someone from your table to go get someone else that is sitting with your fellow men, or your fellow man? But at this point, if they were men, it was not, she wasn't only with her husband, because she said they were like 20 in number. Okay, so her husband was there, her best friend's husband was also there. So she was sitting with men also. And just to make those of you that are not Africans, you're not Nigerian, maybe you're not used to the name Cubana. Cubana is the big boys club. It's not where any riffraff can get in, okay? We're talking about big boys club where they spend in foreign currency, like you get drinks, everything is expensive. It is difficult for you to get in their clubs. Like everything about Cubana is massive. He's known in Nigeria. Like if you just type his name, even on Google, they will show you Obi Cubana. He's the owner of the Cubana uh, company, group of companies, actually. Massive. So I don't even want to think. And this lady in question, from what she wrote, the married woman, she said they came from the US and London. So we're talking about they came from the US and the UK. So I guess they would have worked hard, putting some dollars and some pounds in their pockets, getting to Nigeria, changing it to naira. That would have sum up to a huge amount of money, knowing the difference in the currency exchange rate. So they would have had a whole lot of bucks in their pocket to go spend in this big boys club. So isn't it disrespectful for you to just excuse someone? And I'm just thinking, from what they said, from what she said he was already with 3 women. So I'm just thinking, at what point will men just be satisfied with what they have? Like, he had 3 women already. He needed an extra one to make it 4. And then he will ask for number 5 or something. Like, what is going on? And this lady had the guts to say, this is what women do, especially fans. I don't like it when people kind of generalize. I remember this was the same thing with Blessing C, or the self-proclaimed relationship expert, or whatever she calls herself. The same way she was generalizing, like all women are prostitutes, and I was like, speak for yourself, you know, speak for yourself. Don't speak for everyone else. There are some women that don't give a damn about a man or whatever, just don't care about laying in bed with someone or getting anything. So you just cannot come out to say all women are prostitutes. The same way now, this one is insinuating that this is what women do. Who looks at people seductively? Like, for what? If you have a man at home, shouldn't you be looking at your man seductively to get whatever you want to get from your man at home, instead of going to the nightclub to go and look at a celebrity? Yeah, some people do it, but you cannot just generalize and assuming that this particular lady too, because she's a woman, that she's doing the same thing. All women cannot be the same, just as I say all men are not the same. So this was just ridiculous. Let's keep on reading her message. Okay, so she said, okay, so she said, that's what women do, especially fans. That probably kept happening because it is flattering to know that someone who you are a fan of is showing some sort of interest in you. That then led to someone coming to her to ask for her to join the table. However, if she didn't engage in that back and forth to begin with, this probably wouldn't have happened. As a female, we do things. Now she continued again. As a female, we do things. She's not talking about herself. Now she's generalizing by we do things. Like, how do you know that every female does this? Anyway, let's keep reading. She said, as a female, we do things to fill our egos that sometimes leads us to places that wouldn't imagine it could get to, that wouldn't imagine it could get to. Now, I could be 100% incorrect, but I highly doubt it. That's where she ended the message. I love the fact that she, toward the end, she included that she could be 100% wrong. You're not just 100% wrong, you are 1000% wrong. How do you come up with this whole stuff of people are looking at people seductively, like women look at celebrities seductively? Oh, it feels good when, who cares? Who cares? Some persons just love the art, okay? The art. People love that talent that God has blessed these people with. If it's a good voice, if it's a stage performance, if it's how to write good songs, okay? So she's a wicked woman. Exactly, she is. Because something like this happened to your fellow woman, instead of you to try to make sense of what is going on, okay? Because what is this whole thing of people going to the club and you just want to go call me that woman? What is it now? Women are just something that they ship here and there for you. Yeah, we know some of the women out there makes it very easy for people, but still, you cannot assume that every woman you meet in a nightclub or in a party or at the market or anywhere actually will be that easy to get, because you have three already with you. What do you want with the fourth one? And they told you the person is with a partner. Why didn't you people just rest? And why can't you speak to your team when you saw that everything was getting out of our hands? It was escalating. Why did you not stop to say, guys, let's just leave it? The lady, she's got a man, or she's married. That is if the foolish person that he sent to go get her, if the person even told him what the lady told, what she told him. So why didn't he just? And I'm just, let's not even say okay because the lady is married. Even if it's a single lady, if she's not interested, she's not interested. If she doesn't want to come over to your table, she doesn't want to. Okay, these days women are working their ass out to make millions of whatever currency and be extremely rich and comfortable, and they can do anything that you think a man can do. So don't go to a nightclub feeling like I can buy the most expensive wine. There are women that can comfortably buy those too and enjoy themselves and not feel like we want I want to, I want a man. Okay, it's only shallow thinking people that feel like, okay, let the man buy everything for me, let me just drink, it's a free drink and all of that. Okay, lots of women these days are very confident and very this and bold, and they know what they want, and they just go for it, working hard, you know making so much money and living the best life that they want to. So why didn't he just let it go? And I feel like he shouldn't have even allowed it to get to that point where his bodyguard will pull out a pistol and start firing at people. What if you shoot completely different people that came to the Ninth Club that was not in this group of people that you people, like the two people that you're butting heads? What if you shoot a random person that just went out that night to go party and enjoy some drink before they go home? What if you shoot and you kill the person? What are you going to say? At a point you have to take responsibility of what people around you are doing. When you know that you're a celebrity and you know that these people are there because of you, it is your duty and your job to make sure that everybody is okay. It's your duty and your job to make sure that people are protected. And some persons just want to enjoy your music. Some persons might see you, even approach you to take photos with you, maybe because they just want to brag to their friends that yes, we saw this artist that we always see his music, see him perform on TV or all the shows, but maybe we've not been able to attend any of the shows. We want to, be able to go in and say, okay, show my friends this is a photo. People do that a lot. People do that. So at what point women are even going to start analyzing things the right way? Because this Simba lady sounded so lousy, like she didn't make any sense at all. Feeling like the lady might have locked eyes with Burna. So if someone locks eyes with you, is it by force that the person must come over to your table? If the person looked at you somehow and because she's with a partner and she cannot see through to the end, even if let's assume that she wanted something, but her partner was there, couldn't you just let her be and respect him as he is a man like you? And the man that pulled out a gun to shoot, if he has a wife or daughters, would he enjoy this type of treatment that people should force themselves on your wife or your daughters just because they are influential in the society, they are well respected, and they see themselves as if they are above the law? People should just get hold of themselves and learn how to act right, because that's going to save a lot. Imagine how many lives would have been lost that night for no just cause. For no just cause. I don't care whatever the, even if he was not chasing the lady, whatever the case may, just don't allow people that move with you to just pull out their guns and start harassing people for no reason. Act like a human. Have that human sympathy, have that human heart. Just because you're a celebrity doesn't make you anything different, because at the end of the day, everybody in this world is going to die, and at the end of the day, you're all and we all are going to be lowered to this same earth. Elegant said, when someone say no, it's yes, of course. When someone says no, no is no. What don't people understand? But Elegant, I feel like some of these celebrities, they are no longer in touch with reality. They've gotten to the point where they feel like, oh, I'm so famous now. I'm so influential. If it's a male celebrity, is feeling like, oh, women are throwing themselves at me. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. So I don't even care anymore. I can do whatever I like, and I'm going to get away with it. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. Let's just see how this whole thing is going to play out. Okay, so we're going to go into the very last one. I see here checking from Instablog. Okay, so after that, I think this one came after that guy posted the eyewitness that was saying he was in the ninth club, and that the lady, the married woman, was the one that went to Burna Boy to take a photo, and from there her husband came and dragged her, and then the whole thing escalated. So I think after the lady saw that, the lady decided she was going to respond with a video, because if you remember, she had said that although the owner of the club, Obi Cubana, had reached out to them 4 days later and said he was going to do everything to make sure that justice, they get justice for what happened at his nightclub and all of that, but that he never provided CCTV videos from the club or do anything to kind of help them, of which I think they need to get the CCTV from the club, the one inside and outside, because that's the only way we can get 100% proof. And we're not going to take just the words from either Burna Boy's team or the ladies' team. Okay, we can actually watch the videos for ourselves and draw our own conclusion and find out who was guilty and who was not. So after that, after those posts and all these other celebrities drawing their two cents, this lady, this public figure lady, that is assuming that this one was passing, making passes, the married one was making passes at Burna Boy and so on and so forth. The married woman decided to respond again. And now it says, with receipts, the married woman dispelled rumor that she approached Burna Boy for a selfie. And here she posted, here it's a video. It's hard to see the video, but here the lady posted a video, and she has an arrow pointing what part of the club where she was seated and where Burna Boy was seated. But they were both in VIP, like I said. I guess they, VIP is for people with too much money now. But they were both in VIP. But she is saying she never approached Burna Boy for any selfie or anything. That's what she's saying. Let me see if I can read what they wrote there. Okay, you can see her dancing, and Burna Boy is at the other end, just sitting, looking at his phone, drinking and enjoying with his group. And you can see that she's with a whole lot of people. She said, look at where at Burna Boy, like she wrote. And she said later, no, yes, no one approached him. That's what she's saying. Okay, so no one from our section approached him. And let's see, the first one, she said, yeah, she said, this is me. Clearly, you can see her twerking and at her man. And I think her husband was the one filming. So you can see she was wearing all white, and you could see the drinks being brought to their table. And she also confirming that here. And yeah, and she wrote in capital letter, said, money is not our problem. You get. So she's clearly saying they were having fun. They were just there doing their thing. She was twerking on her husband. And then her husband was like with the camera filming. So that's the video evidence that she actually posted as proof. And I love the fact that they actually had, I believe at the point where the husband was taking this video, they were just having fun and the lady was enjoying herself, her husband, her friends, and everyone. Because come on, their friend just got married. If they had to come all the way from US and the UK back to Nigeria to attend a wedding, that must be a very good friend of theirs. And they wanted to celebrate with this friend and be happy, So they were all having fun. And from the video, you can really see them just jiving and enjoying themselves, in the club. So, and she stated that money is not your problem. Like I said, the club is for big boys. So if you're even going there, except someone is inviting you, but they went there to just celebrate and enjoy and celebrate their friend that got married. So of course, I believe they would have worked double shifts, triple shifts, and whatever they had to do in preparation of this their friend's wedding. So of course, money wouldn't have been a problem. Like it's like something that they would have worked for some months, knowing fully well that their friend would have pre-informed them, okay, I'm getting married in 2 months' time, 1 month time, or whatever. So they had time to work and raise enough money that they would take back home to go and enjoy their life. And I feel like this is really sad that they came back, home to just enjoy their country, enjoy the nightlife, and this is what they get. This is not just fair. I hope that Burna Boy is also going to drop his own official statement so we can find out what really happened. Let's see what Burna Boy is going to say. This lady has dropped a video. I hope that with all the whole chaos and everything that was going on, someone among Burna Boy's team was able to actually film also, just as this lady has a video as proof. And if they're going to take this to court, then they should quickly try to go to the nightclub and get Obi Cubana and his team to get the CCTV videos from inside the nightclub and outside, like from few minutes before the whole chaos started till when it ended. So they can, in fact, let them watch the whole tape throughout that night from like 12 midnight, depending on when they entered the club. Let them have the whole tape for that full day. Okay. So at least they will see them coming into the club. They can count how many were there, who came in first. The group came in before Burna Boy's group, or Burna Boy's group was there before they arrived. Did anybody approach the other? So many things that they need to draw on, because you can't go ahead shooting people just like that. And that policeman also needs to be, I don't know, queried, demoted, fired from the police, because I think they have this as military people, you know, they have rules and regulations. So you just cannot pull out a pistol and start shooting in the nightclub. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? So it is ridiculous. Anyways, at this point, we're going to call it a day. Let's leave this video uh, not too long so people will be able to watch from the beginning to the end. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, Elegant. Thank you. Thank you, Ovi. Thank you, Ovi. Ovi Bundles. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you. All right. So if there's anything else and we have the time, we will come in here and we will sit down and dissect it together. For now, this is me signing out. Bye, 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 bye. Okay.